Here we are at the close of day 15. We spent today visiting some really good friends that we have and checking out the fall colors. Wanted to do a shout out to Suttonbird. Thank you so much for helping us figure out TikTok and YouTube. You've been amazing. Thank you for just that encouragement to get this going. And Hasdude, really funny note. You mentioned that we are not homeless, and I and my kids agree. I jokingly said it, and I know homelessness is not a joke, but whenever I tell people that we sold our house and we live on a boat, almost always their first response is, "So you don't have a home?" Well, thought I'd go interview the kids real quick and ask them the same question. All right, Owen, what do you think of the boat?
I think it's small. It also makes it easier to clean, so I don't have quite as many chores.
Okay. What would you say that boat is home, or you still think of somewhere else's home?
I still think of Michigan as home.
Michigan as home.
Because I'm like, my clock says this, but I'm so used to switching back and forth time. I'm like, it's actually, no wait, now we're living on the boat.
Annalise.
I think the boat's home.
You think the boat is home?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do miss our friends.
Yes.
I'm not sure which one's home.
Do you want to keep living on the boat for now?
For now, yes.
Do you want to live on it forever?
No.
Good answer. Your parents don't want you to live with them forever either.
So today we visited friends and enjoyed a scenic drive.
So, as you can see, great day. They were super excited to see their friends, and it is an important part. And even this year of Sabbath, the point isn't for us to be separated from our community, but for us to continue to be involved. So we've tried to put a lot of effort to come back at least once a month, and to spend time with them, and to reassure people that the goal of this is not for us to move to Florida or something, which is what most of them think is going to happen. But instead, it's just to spend time with God and family. And the end goal, as far as we're concerned, unless something else happens, is to return.
Say good morning to day 16. Whew! Little nippy, but man, it's gorgeous out. Yeah.
So we took the kids out today to a restored tall grass prairie. It's really neat. At a camp that we worked at. And it's just got all kinds of great, like switchgrass and Indian grass and all kinds of flowers and stuff. Granted, they're all on the side of being dead, but they've all gone to seed. So it's just really neat to walk through and just like kind of disappear into the landscape. Literally running off into the woods. Yeah, great.
I found these mushrooms.
Yeah, I think they're called a cauliflower mushroom. They look really cool. They're one of our edibles. Here, let me see.
Is
Oh yeah.
a cauliflower.
Beautiful. Look at you, my little foragers. I know, it's a cool tree. Well, dead tree. Mossy root ball.
Dumb.
Oh, did you? Squish the other mushrooms? Yeah. Are you going to go in there, Emmett?
This thing is totally hollow, see it?
There's just something about ending a day with a campfire. It just always feels right. Good evening, all. day 17. Yeah, we're going to probably hit a little bit on some of the mods we've done on the outside of the boat, just to show you some of the things we've been working on. All right, here we go. A couple of the mods that we've done to the boat is we actually found that having a trolling motor made it much easier to get in and out of the docks or sticky situations, or even to like kind of probe shallow waters. But none of them we could find that were under, I think we found one for like $1,800. So we actually made one. So we took a traditional trolling motor, and then we attached galvanized pole to it and bolted it on. This right here is a trailer jack, like that swivels, so you can put the foot down and jack it up. We removed the jack part. And then on this end, we just have an on-off key, basically that is like the type that you use to turn off a car battery, like, you know, if there's like a drain or something. So Rebecca puts the key in, when she turns it on, then it automatically fires up the trolling motor, and we drew on there which way it's pointing so that you know. And basically it goes down at an angle between the bar and the front of the boat. You can see there's a little bit of damage here. There's some improvement on design that could happen, but that happened during the storm when things were really kicking around. In general, we found that it's a lot handier to have a 12-volt battery out here on deck, so we can hook up the trolling motor or the bow lights to it. They're kind of like floodlights, and the boys hope to use them to shoot carp at night at some point when we're out on the river, or like stingrays when we get down to the Gulf. But it also gives us some really bright lights if we're coming into dock at night. But of course, if you remember back to the storm, that one was rough enough, it tossed the first one of these right off the side, even though we had it attached. So this one is loosely attached because we're on the river. So Emmett's got his on, so this is his inflatable life jacket, and then this is the clip. It's not designed to protect him if he gets swept overboard during a storm. It's just to keep him from being able to tumble and make sure that he's connected. So go ahead and walk forward. So he then has to have one hand on, and it allows him to freely move up and down. He can then either duck under the post or switch it over to the other one if he wants to go down the other side, but it only goes down to about here on the other side. So when we're doing locks or when we're out on deck with them, they're not required to do it, but this gave them the freedom of, if they want to get up and they want to go out and sit up there and read or something, or if they want to go check out things or bow fish off the front of the boat, they don't have to have us babysitting them, but they do have to be hooked in with their life jacket on, just to make sure that there really isn't a way for them to fall overboard. Say hello to day 18. Oh yeah. So we were staying put again today. We had a free day with no social obligations. So we hit up this local, really cool bookstore. I mean, it was like everything out of a movie. It's just, he took an entire building, made a maze of bookshelves, and then filled it with books. I mean, I should have really taken a video in there, but it felt weird because it seemed wrong to be taking videos inside the store. But wanted to show off some of the cool books the kids got for the next leg of the boat trip.
The camera. That's what I'm gonna.
Owen is so moved by his books, he's actually like crying.
No.
Oh wait, sorry, the sun's so bright that he's like eyes are watering. All right, tell me about the cool books that you chose.
Okay, I got this one because I love Garfield and it's absolutely hilarious.
It is a good one. All right, what else did you get?
I got this one because Mom wanted me to pick out a chapter book.
Great.
And I got this one because I have most of the series.
Oh yes.
And this one because it looked fun.
Oh, excellent. Yes, and we are going to be doing some science on this trip. Emmett, what did you pick out?
I kind of went with lots of the Hardy Boys.
Yes. Oh, man.
And I went with Hilos.
Oh, it's an older comic, but yes, yeah, as a kid, I can remember that being in the Sunday morning comics, which also don't exist anymore. All right, girl, what do you got?
I have Garfield because he's funny.
Yeah, oh, and just in time for Halloween, great.
I have this one because I could read it.
Okay, Habitats of the World, that's a good one, though. We'll be going through a lot of different ones.
This is animals that...
Endangered, yeah.
Yeah. This one because it has lots of stories, and this was one of the ones that Mom wanted.
That one looks really cool.
And then this one because I need it, and Mom likes the person who made it.
Yes, this is an anti-smoking campaign. Smoking is bad for you. It smells bad. It's bad for your health. Try not to breathe that in.
I'm not. Just
Oh.
look at the pumpkin.
I mean, just look at that pumpkin. I mean, that's a good reason not to smoke right there.
Burning to death.
That's right. Brain cells up in flames. Now that's some hair.
Go.
I carved mine out.
Whoa. And Annalise?
Mine? I carved it out, and he has a wiggly tooth.
Nice. Good job, guys.
A beautiful end to a day once again. What are you doing, the pumpkin? Hello, it's the end of day 19. It was a long day for us as we wrapped up just a bunch of goodbyes to family and friends. Spent a good number of hours driving and just stopping and visiting people along the way. And as we are now at the end of day 19, tomorrow's day 20, done with our teens, it's time to put on our big boy pants and hit the road again. So, be off on our next adventures. Looking forward to it, but also a little melancholy today. Good friends are good for the heart. So, anyway, till tomorrow, have a good evening.
Good morning, day 20. Last night, about 3 a.m., we lost power. Woke up this morning to find that, well, we were only one of 7 people, like the complex here, that was without power, so we're not expecting to be on too soon. It made us very thankful, though, that our boat was designed to run off DC or AC power, because we just flicked on a different set of lights and everything was fine. So, kind of a prelude to the next week or so, where we're going to be kind of more camping than glamping, but let's be honest, you're still taking your house with you, so it'll be good times. Kids are looking forward to it. It was a fun preview. All right, we'll see how today goes.
We spent the day leapfrogging the car down so that we'll have a vehicle when we get to one of our stops. Looking ahead, we did this by renting a car and then driving it. And on the way down, well, it was kind of a long drive, and we burned a lot of energy as best we could until we encountered this strange telephone booth. And when one of the kids went in to use it, suddenly we were teleported to this strange city of Metropolis, where strange things began happening. Let me just say, I would have hated to see Clark Kent as a hyperactive child.
You want a picture? Sure. Oh, and do this. So,
You want a picture?
Sure. Oh, and do this. So,
So as a fun note, if any of you are wondering, day 20 disappeared because TikTok does not like and thinks teleporting is a dangerous activity and can result in people getting hurt. So if you're wondering what happened to that day, you'll have to go back and manually find it on on my site. So there we go. Here we go, day 21. You can kind of see the couch back here behind me. We converted an inflatable tube into an inflatable couch, and also like landing pad for the kayaks. So we're getting ready to head out of Heritage Harbor. Again, can't say enough good things about them. Totally recommend staying if you have the chance. Reasonable price, amazing amenities, and they've sent us off well on the next step of our journey. All right, here we go.
Courtesy car. It's big and it has 12 seats.
Yes, this is the courtesy car at Heritage Harbors. No worries about getting everyone in. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. They do everything well.
What are you guys looking forward to?
We're looking forward to not sleeping at a marina. Yeah, I can't wait. It's spending 3 whole nights not at a marina.
Why is that exciting?
Because it's our first time doing it.
Anchoring out?
Yeah. And then we might be able to go kayaking and go to an island and take on the hidden buoys.
Ellen was on a pole. Emmett was on pole duty.
Woo!
Simeon's driving, and we're saying goodbye to Heritage Heights. That's Heritage Harbor. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, a whole slew of pelicans go flying right overhead. Here we are. We are tied off while we are waiting. Oh yeah, there's a clam sitting on top. While we're waiting for this barge to move on through. They actually had to split them into multiple sections, and they're waiting on them to come up, and then they will reconnect them and then push them all out at once. There's a bunch of empties going up to get filled, maybe? Yeah, I think so.
We started at the railing and we've moved down right. Wait, can you see it right there?
Just to show you how good Flex Seal works, here we have the lock and dam leaking water on this side. And on this side, oh, we have sprayed it with Flex Seal, and look at how well it works. We made it to Peru! Our end point was actually Hennepin, Illinois. And as we pulled into the dock that was supposed to be accommodating, found that it was actually shallower than anticipated. It had shoaled up. And so we hit the shoal and got to push it back off. Good reason to buy a boat with a shallower draft than you are tall. Just in case you got to get out and push. Rebecca fixed a delicious meal to get our moods and spirits back up and going. And all's well that ends well. So, tonight did not go quite as planned. We were hoping to be docked over on the dock, which you can't see. We'll show you in the morning. But we are about 25 feet, probably about 50 feet off the dock. And so we hung some little light. We have all of our safety lights on, but it just doesn't seem enough when you got a bunch of barges. So we hung a bunch of glow sticks along the railing to make us hopefully a little more visible.